Oh, riding my bike through the night, headlights shining oh so bright, feeling the thrill of the open road, new places to see, new stories told, mountains high and valleys deep, wonders of the world to keep, every mile another view, adventure calls, it's time to choose. Witness of wonders on the ride, exploring dreams can't be denied, new faces in each town we find, inspiration broadens the mind. Ocean waves and desert sands, touching hearts in foreign lands, cultures blend in every space, finding love in every place. Oh, wind in my hair feeling free, a journey shared with you and me, horizons stretch so far and wide, together we embrace the ride. Witness of wonders on the ride, exploring dreams can't be denied, new faces in each town we find, inspiration broadens the mind. Ocean waves and desert sands, touching hearts in foreign lands, cultures blend in every space, finding love in every place. Witness of wonders on the ride, exploring dreams can't be denied, new faces in each town we find, inspiration broadens the mind. Ocean waves and desert sands, touching hearts in foreign lands, cultures blend in every space, finding love in every place.
Welcome, witness of wonders. As you might have guessed, we are now heading into German-speaking areas. So, Achtung, meine Freunde. The border crossing went like a breeze, pun intended. I had prepared my ID, passport, and the documents for ownership and registration of my beautiful black animal, the black stallion Tornado. But suddenly I was in Germany and I had passed the border straight in and continued ahead without even noticing it. Very, very smooth transition. I needed to have a break and do some resting, maybe get something to bite and shake my bones. So here you can see that I found a nice place just outside a small village. It's close to a lake, and I'm contemplating on if I'm going to stay here or drive on, but I decided to go down and see what this place had to offer, and also saw the sign. It says restaurant, so that looks very promising. I quickly understood that I needed to park my bike here, so I'm looking a little bit around and trying to see where's the perfect spot to put Tornado, and I think I have got it. So I'm backing in with Tornado here, and the only thing is that this is in a very steep hillside, so it's maybe not so easy to see on the video, but it's quite steep. And keep in mind, I have loaded the Tornado with all kinds of things, so it's not only side heavy on both sides but also top heavy, and that is without of course taking into account the most top heavy part here myself. So really working the bike in to get a good placement on the hillside. A very nice thing is that they have placed these grid stones. That helps a lot, because if my stand had been digging into the ground here, Tornado would for sure have been either on the side or well on its way down to take a bath in the lake. And I can mention that this is still very early in the journey, so I'm testing out some of the gear, and even though I'm not using it all the time, it's there so that I can test it when I find it appropriate, and yeah, get more familiar with it and what works when, and what is it that I'm the most comfortable in using when. So after having spent some time at that nice place by the lake, also having had something to eat and something to drink, and having rested, I was ready to get going again. And now I'm just trying to push on a little bit to cover as many miles as possible. But the nice scenery shouldn't last forever, so here I am driving into a concrete jungle with a lot of exhaust and toxic air, and I'm just longing for getting out of this steel and concrete jungle and getting back on the road with a nice scenery and fresh air, but that should take some time, so I spent quite a lot of time in roads going through this city. Definitely not an enjoyment. Even though I am in an area I would prefer not to be in, because I know there is a lot of other better places to be riding. There is still light in the tunnel, so if you are in a new place, it's always fun to see what is there and how is things and life working in this place. And I found it quite interesting to see how the industry was built up alongside the sides of the riverbed, with the container ships and transport ships being there and in one side, and then you had the industry making use of or producing things that were going to be sent further down into Europe. But one thing also important to mention, when you have roads such as these, which you can see that there is a lot of construction work going on, it's a sign of roads that are being utilized quite often, maybe also by heavy transport, and it needs a lot of maintenance. And you can see there is a lot of grooves in the asphalt. So those grooves and rifts, they are not only unpleasant to ride on two wheels across, because suddenly your bike can shift direction, you can slide, and if you're really unlucky, you can suddenly be licking pavement, something I really would not like to do, but you need to keep staying alert and making sure that it's not posing any danger. And as I was testing a little bit of the equipment, I also had Germany preloaded on the tablet. So I had a few issues on the other navigating unit. So then I was lucky enough to have prepared and had the tablet ready to overcome the hurdles with the other navigation set. So with that in mind, I actually have I think it is now 5 devices at least which I can navigate with if it should be needed, but these 2 devices that you see in front of me are the main navigation devices. And during my travels in Europe, the CG on top is the one that I'm using the most, and the tablet is mainly intended for Africa, as I have downloaded every African country on it with the topographic maps. But for Europe, I prefer using Google. And in the end, it started to get dark, colder, and I was getting tired. As you can see, I'm pushing the kilometers a little bit here, and I get a tire warning because of the tires are getting warm and the air is expanding and the tire pressure is getting up. And a little bit alarming because I'm not using road or racing tires. I'm using knobblies, but these knobblies are made for road and off-road, and I'm quite surprised by how well they work on road. The big test is going to be get more off-road, and especially in the Saharan desert, and testing that sand landscape. And for those of you that are curious, the tires are a quite recent addition to the Dunlop series. So this is Dunlop Rails.